See, I've been associated with the Maritime Research Center for the last 2.5 years. It's been a very satisfying association for me. I've learned a lot of things and it has corroborated my own thinking in many ways. I've always believed as a person and that India is one of those rare nations which has got an ocean named after it. And we have neglected our ocean for centuries, for millennia. And because of this taboo we had in our mind of Kala Pani, it has cost us very heavily. Now, we can't keep blaming others for it. We can't blame the invaders and the imperialists, European imperialists who came and conquered us. I mean, in trade, I'm a logistician. They say the flag follows freight. So, to protect commercial interests, the national interests will come. They'll follow. We should have understood it. See, when the British East India Company came, and before that the Portuguese came. The British East India Company came 100 years later after the Portuguese came. Vasco da Gama landed on Indian shores in 1498 and the British East India Company was incorporated in 1599, 31st of December 1599. So literally 100 years, and we didn't wake up. And I feel really sad when we have an incident like 2611, 210 years later after Vasco da Gama landed on Indian shores. It's a real shame for us as a nation that we were found so wanting. And Ajmal Kasab came by a fishing boat, landed at Sasun docks, and he takes over your financial capital. It's really a very, very shameful thing. And we better wake up to our ocean and claim it for ourselves. The Chinese keep saying that the Indian Ocean doesn't mean it is India's ocean. And we better understand this. Because if we don't understand it, it will be at a huge loss to ourselves. For me, it's time to give back now. And I feel, and this is my life's mission going forward, that unless we have a Samudra Bharat, we cannot have a Samruddha Bharat. India cannot achieve its full potential unless we become a maritime nation. We have a 7,516 kilometer coastline. We have 20,000 kilometers of navigable rivers within the subcontinent. Now, if we don't use this, how will we ever achieve our full potential? Our logistics cost is almost 15 to 16% of our GDP. We need to be globally competitive and cut them down to 50%. That should be around 7 to 8%. And that cannot be achieved unless we use and leverage our waterways. And the waters remain the cheapest form of transport. And 90% of global trade happens by waterways. So, and when we are blessed, why are we not using it? The Indian Ocean has become the fulcrum of global power. And we are so favorably positioned on the world map. Geography favors India tremendously. And if we don't leverage it, whom do we blame? After 70 years of independence, we can't be blaming anyone. India has to grow up, take responsibility for itself as a nation. And so when I have now associated with MRC, we've had a few programs. Commander Das has worked very hard. These are very small baby steps to create awareness about the underwater domain. See, the underwater, there's an imminent threat from the Chinese in our waters. Hambantota has been offered by the Sri Lankans to the Chinese. They have built a port and now they've got a huge lease because the Sri Lankans were not able to pay that debt. And then they have the string of pearls. Yes, we do have a necklace of diamonds, but we need to get our act together, get going. There's a lot of legislation happening in the underwater domain in the US, in Europe, and which will come to us as well. If we are not proactive, it will be imposed on us. So it's better we do it proactively and take the initiative and build upon our heritage, our uniqueness. See, we can't rely on their data to draw learnings from it, because their data, their waters are very different to our waters. We are in tropical waters which are very, very different. So we need to research and have our own findings and create our own innovation models to build on, which will give us that edge over anyone else in our waters. I would appeal and reach out to all the stakeholders, be it industry, the form of oil and gas, and shipping, and if we are looking to the sea for our food security also. The Prime Minister keeps talking about the blue revolution for sea, like seafood, and we are blessed. See, we have such a huge exclusive economic zone. We haven't even scratched the surface of it. See, that's the blue economy part of it. There is Sagar, the security and growth for all in the region, in the Indian Ocean region. The Sagarmala project, the port-driven growth, port-led growth, the 20,000 kilometers of navigable rivers, the 111 national waterways. So we've got a huge task ahead of us to leverage our waters, which we should do. Then there is the other dimension of it, is security and defense, where the Indian Navy and the Coast Guard comes in. Then we have the science and technology part of it, education. See, there are so many dimensions. I mean, a student from every discipline can get associated with this initiative, because it's a multidisciplinary approach. We need lawyers, we need marine biologists, we need computer scientists, and we've been getting students and even people from the Coast Guard and whole lot from the Navy to come and do our internships. People from students from BITS Pilani have associated with us. We've had a very cross section of students from all over India coming and doing internships. Last year, year before last, we had a program where Pune University and Goa University, we did a 6-week internship program with 4 weeks in Pune and 2 weeks in Goa, and the valedictory happened in Mr. Parikkar's office. He saw the importance of the Maritime Research Center and the work it's doing in the underwater domain. Last year we did it with Bombay University and Goa University. So 4 weeks in Mumbai and 2 weeks. The students get such a fantastic, I've been interacting with those students in Bombay and Goa, and they were so thrilled. I mean, they said, we never knew that something like this existed and a world like this is there. And Bombay University came forward because they have the 720 square kilometers, not square, 720 kilometer coastline of Maharashtra is under their jurisdiction, educational jurisdiction. So we were very happy that Mumbai University chose to associate with it. So we hope to continue with these programs and build more and do it in more different formats and get more stakeholders on board. So I invite all of you to please come and reach out to join us and contribute in your own way to achieve and realize the India of our dreams. Thank you.